Hello and welcome. It's Carrington Park, the Bathurst Bluetongues taking on the Cairns Firehawks for the first time this season. And it's looking like a great matchup indeed. It's the SRL Mines Commissioner, Will Kay, joined the commentary box by the man who's going to make his debut shortly in the SRL for the Broncos. It's Eddie Oliver, everyone, and we're looking forward to this match indeed.
Yes, we are indeed, Kay. And we've got the Bathurst Bluetongues here, coming over here to make their first match, play their first match of the season, as I should say, against the Firehawks, who are very impressive. Last week there against the Swarm. We haven't seen what the Bathurst Bluetongues have done. All we've seen is a couple of training sessions, so it's going to be interesting to see how they come out here for this first half.
Yeah, and I think this game will come down to the wire. I think obviously the Firehawks are a very highly rated team, and probably the favourites going into this one, but the Bathurst Bluetongues have been surprisingly active with their upgrades. They've had some players drop in and out of the squad, and they look like a very, together team. And we get this game underway. It's Azzy with the first run of the game.
Yeah, talking about activity here, the Bluetongues have always looking to be a very well-organised team. Everybody's supporting each other, especially their captain, Riley Murray. He's been all over it, showing the leadership. Unexperienced, but showing the qualities of a leader early in his career here, and he's brought this team together wonderfully.
Absolutely, he has. He's just really shown what it means to be a leader, just making sure the boys are putting an upgrade, keeping some of the younger guns in check, making sure they don't have any PR disasters, as we discussed in the very briefly in the Swarm versus the Melbourne Ravens in regards to Snicko Bro, as we've got Windmill Skeed giving it to Stromandinoli, and that's a good kick to start the game. And they'll need to set it up with a great defensive set here, the Bathurst Bluetongues.
Yeah, good kick there from Dom, and the return there from Sharp. He might not have gotten away there, but they need to watch him here, the Bluetongues. Last week was absolutely very
dominant
destructive there. Very destructive there for the Firehawks, and getting through that small defense. So the Bluetongues there better watch out for him.
That's probably the word I'd use as well, destructive. He just absolutely tore them to bits in attack. Joseph Jackson inside ball to Sharp. Here we go. We were just talking about him, and he must have heard us. He breaks the line, but can't get around Zach Fitzy. Playing the ball. Berkeley goes to Galaxy. Jackson with the kick. Puts it up high. Down that edge. Batted back. Joseph Jackson. Galaxy has the ball, but he decides to try and run it, and he just can't get around Wilmot.
That's a very good kick there from the Firehawks, showing to be dangerous early. And there was that man, Sharp, getting through the line and getting his team in beautiful position there for an attacking kick. Galaxy there not being able to actually do anything with the ball off that batback.
No, he wasn't able to do much at all. And I think he'll be a bit disappointed with that. As if Corte now. And some of this Bluetongues forward pack is looking strong in the training. We saw them out earlier, Eddie, and how they were warming up. And I think the man to watch, Ryan Wilmot, he looks like he's going to be a very solid forward within this Mines competition and perhaps in the SRL.
Yeah, I've got to agree with you there. That man's looking to be involved with everything. Always looking for the ball, not wanting to shy away from contact. It's going to be interesting to see how he handles himself in this first half.
Yeah, watching him and seeing some of his highlights from the juniors, you hope that he keeps on that forward rolling kind of mentality. And that's Cyrus Marks there, driven back in that tackle.
Very good kick there from Dom, and Firehawks here now having to make their way out of their end. And there's already been some very solid defense here from the Bluetongues as Sharp steps one there and gets taken down just before their 40.
Sharp's just taken a couple runs already, and he's making some serious meters as we have Jack Jimmy, one of the newcomers to the Firehawks camp, and he's paired on that right edge with Sean Johnston. Both of them making their way into the camp just very shortly before this round. And just wow, they've just been very elusive within the training camps. They've looked very dangerous. And actually looking at the back five, Sean Johnston is the only one for the Firehawks that is not of the tackle breaker archetype. They've got 4 centers which are tackle breakers archetypes, obviously Dylan Sharp being a center primarily, and then the only winger they've got is Sean Johnston with the speed demon archetype. So it'll be interesting to see how they go and whether that is the way to go indeed.
Yeah, you are right there, Kay. And somebody that I'm going to be looking at again this week is Pete Vereto. Last week, having a look at his stats after the game, he did very well for his first game back in the Mines, and I'm going to be interesting to see how he pulled up from last week to our going again.
Yeah, he went very, very well last week. Hopefully he can have some amazing plays like he did in this round. As Dylan Sharp fields a kick after a bounce, and he's brought down there by Eli Azzi.
Just looking dangerous there every single run there from Sharp. He might get tackled, but the post-contact meter says there's that man, Vereto, getting through the line and already starting his mammoth of a game here coming up today.
Yeah, I think he'll be looking to improve once again on top of the performance last week to show the selectors for the captains to show what he's made of and what he can bring to a team. And Quinton Cotter just bumping off. I think it was Riley Murray left and back line. No, it was Ryan Wilmot rather. As we have Galaxy going to Sonny Sharp. There's Dylan Sharp's brother there, linked up. 10 meters out, play the ball. Galaxy putting it high, off the right boot, goes left. And Og over the top and collects that very nicely.
Good take there from Og. The kick there, a bit shallow there from Galaxy. It could have been a bit deeper right on that white line. But anyways, a good scramble there from the Firehawks, and it's second tackle here, and they're already still within their 10.
As Wilmot now breaking the line, making
man.
some good meters for his team. And I think he's best off the back fence. He just runs hard and doesn't stop until until he doesn't have any legs anymore. He'll wear them down all right, as we have Jackmates now. Trying to step one, but can't quite get the edge that he's looking for. It's going to be the last tackle here. Corte with the kick, and that's a big, deep kick indeed.
Oh, beautiful.
Oh! An absolute shot has been put on Cyrus Marks. Sorry to cut you off there, Eddie. We're going left here. Stramandinoli. Here's that shot again. And wow, the Bluetongues with some great field position now.
What a shot there on Marks. And the Bluetongues, they got their first opportunity of the first half. It's been back to fourth footy here.
And Wilmot's through! What a
himself.
try for the Bluetongues. I don't think anyone saw them scoring first. And the Cairns Firehawks have just been absolutely bombarded and a bit shell-shocked all of a sudden.
Well, okay, we were talking about that man pre-game here and also during the start of this game about how he has been handling himself this first season and in the pre-trials. And Will Motte there with the first try there for the Bluetongues, and we've got Dom here to convert and get them 6 ahead.
Yeah, Dominic Stramandinoli, the man, looking to make the lead 6-0. And that was a great play there from the Bluetongues. I didn't see who put that shot on, but it was a fantastic shot. And Cyrus Marks just stood no chance, spilling his lollies. And that set up Ryan Wilmot to get a great ball on the left edge, just on the outside shoulder of the Firehawks defense line, using the post to block them out. And just absolutely all he had to do was stroll over and put the ball down. It was just great stuff from the Bluetongues.
There's beautiful deception there at a dummy half as well, leading the lead runner on there on a decoy, which created that one-on-one space there for the forward, and he just rolled his way over easily there.
Yeah, absolutely. Looks like they've been practicing that in training, the Bluetongues, and they'll be happy that it paid off so early, especially against such a formidable opponent such as the Firehawks.
There goes the captain there, Murray, looking to unleash himself here in this game, but he's got his team pretty organised here in this first half, and everybody looks like to be doing their job.
Absolutely. So far, it's been confident indeed, as we've got Wilmot taking a run, and he meets the big body of Sonny Sharp, winning that tackle there. And it's the fourth tackle. They're going to go for a 40-20. Oh, Stramandinoli did not get the toe he wanted onto that. Oh, but Sharp's runs straight into touch, and maybe it's actually a masterstroke from Stramandinoli.
Well, the kick didn't come off right there from Dom, but Sharp, well, he's taken that one out there, and the hearts there of the Bluetongues nearly sunk, but Sharp just saved them and saved their set, to be honest. And well, they're in their half here, the Bluetongues. We'll see what they can do with the ball.
It's disappointing from Sharp. He's usually much more aware of the sideline. I think he'll be a bit unhappy with that, and he kind of did what Hone King did last round, and arguably lost them the game against the Firehawks. As we've got Windmill Skeed now taking a run. And they're just lining up on the right edge. They didn't give it away to their winger. I'm not too sure why. He had space to run, but nevertheless, it's the 4th tackle. They're less than 10 metres out now. Or right over 10 metres, rather. Koutsumis has come onto the field. The veteran, he's been in the mines for 3 seasons now. He's got a lot to add to this team as we've got Borsens putting it up high off the left boot, goes right. It's a great weighted kick, batted back. Fitzy can't get away. No offload there, and the Firehawks hold on.
What a tackle there from the Firehawks. Beautiful scramble there. The bat back was perfect, but Fitzy, the defense there was just too good for him. He's a Marks, gets a step, gets driven back there. Hopefully we'll see what the Firehawks can do coming out of their own end.
Berkeley coming with pace through the line. It was that man, I believe Matthew Galaxy, that did the tackle on Zach Fitzy to save that try. And geez, it could be a disaster if perchance he got through and scored it. May open the floodgates for the Bluetongues. We'll see how they go here. And the Firehawks were struggling to make meters, but now they find themselves in the middle of the field.
Sharp there, stepping one, nearly getting through its 5th tackle here, 40 metres out. The Firehawks here probably just hoping for a very good, well-positioned kick here as Jackson. That's very well kick here. Need to watch Square here, though.
Oh, Square looking dangerous, almost getting his way through the line. He plays the ball, goes right to Windmill Skeed. Koutsumis now attacking that line. He's brought down by Filippo Gould. Corte now looking dangerous, playing the ball just beyond the 50. They've broken it now. Only the 3rd tackle. Stremandinoli gives it to Fitzy. Oh, driven back in that one there. Sonny Sharp and Gould just absolutely clobbering him, the 2 big men. As Koutsumis is going to take the last hit up of the set. He's going to play the ball. Windmill Skeed looking over his shoulder to see where he's going to pass to. He elects to go right and finds the chest of Stremandinoli. Marks takes it on the run. Marks has got a bit of space here, but Fitzy wraps him up.
A really good defensive set there from the Firehawks, and Dom there not getting the kick away that he wanted, and Marks made quick work of it and getting his team some easy meters there. The Firehawks here with a beautiful attacking positioning.
Yeah, you've got to say, Dominic Stremandinoli, his kicking game has been a bit disappointing so far. You know, he's got that big boot archetype, so I'm not too sure what's going on. Maybe it's confidence playing in this first game. Oh, and that's a weird error there from the Firehawks, and it goes into touch. And wow, the Bluetongues are off the hook.
Yeah, the centre there, not really looking at what the ball player was going to do. The winger's also hanging back there, so the 2 players on that edge there for the Firehawks in a bit of confusion and wondering who was going to get the ball there.
Absolutely, it was if Windmill Ski going to Stremandinoli. Koutsumis now. He's going to take it up to the 45 out from his own line. Corte going to Riley Murray. Murray taken down in that one. Joseph Jackson, the man to make the tackle. Josh King spreads it to Marcus Square. Square can't get anywhere. The Bluetongues just marching down the field at this point. Corte, oh, he looked to put a shot on there, but didn't quite get underneath. I believe it was Drew Matthews as he wanted to. They go left now. Borsens putting up a punt down to the wing of Cyrus Marks. He takes it on the full. Marks has got a bit of free range here, but Fitzy gets to him just in time.
What an interesting kick that was there. I haven't seen that type of kick yet so far in the mines there. And that was a beautiful kick as Sharp here going through. That's a beautiful return there from Marks, and Sharp's just getting his team more on the front foot.
Yeah, it was good stuff from Mike Borsens. Just off the left boot and crossed it across the field. And inside ball to Dylan Sharp. Jeez, I think all the Bluetongues, they just had their heart just sunk into their stomach then. But luckily the defense was ready for the attack as Berkeley goes right. Galaxy putting in a kick on the opposition's 40. Marcus Square fielding it. And he's driven back in that tackle.
Good kick there from Galaxy, and Square there not able to really do much with the ball, but he's got in his team is Murray. Gets his team a very good run there, gets his team over the 20. The Bluetongues here going to hoping maybe for an early kick or maybe a line break, but we'll see what can happen.
As we've got Zach Fitzy stepping one, looking dangerous. Filippo Gould taking him down eventually. Now we got Riley Murray. Inside ball to Josh King. King looking dangerous again. The Bluetongues the Bluetongues just marching down, finding space in this Firehawks defense line, which isn't easy, mind you, as Murray's going to take the last hit up of this set, the skipper. Leading by example so far. McKinnon going right. Mike Borson's putting it again off the left boot, down to the wing of Cyrus Marks. And Marks is reeled in and driven back in that tackle.
Beautiful tackle there from the Bluetongues. And Borson again putting in that beautiful crossfield kick there with the left foot. It's pinpoint every time there. And the kick chase there every single time so far this game has just driven Marks back in that tackle. As Sharp there gets rounded up just before the 40.
And he's just taken down on that 40-metre line. Sonny Sharp going right. Filippo Gould now. Brought down on the line eventually. Berkeley going right. Vredo fends off one. Vredo through the line. One-on-one with Fitzy. Fitzy gets to him. He's brought down with the assistance of Mike Borsons, but it's not an easy tackle to make. We'll see what they do. Berkeley goes to Galaxy. Puts down a punt. As Mates now stepping. Mates through the line. He's the fastest player for the Bluetongues, I think. And he just gets reeled in last second.
Good return there from Mates. And Veretto playing out of position, not in his preferred position here. And he showed it last week that this lock position seems to be reigniting his career. And he's showing why he should be back in the SRL.
Absolutely he is. And sorry, I got my players confused. It's actually Marcus Square with probably the fastest player on the field at the moment with an 86 sprint speed overall. Marcus Square, as I talk about him, just making a line break and looking very dangerous for Dylan Sharp to reel in. McKinnon goes to Corte, putting up a very high kick. Where's it going to land? Oh, deep in goal, and Marks takes that without even hesitation.
Not the best kick there, and Marks takes it very beautifully. All confidence there from the winger. As Christie here, taking the hit up for the Ravens. The Bluetongues here, they just got to hold out. They're ahead. They need to get back into the sheds, listen to see what the coach has to say, and continue this beautiful game plan that they had coming into the first half.
Absolutely, as Berkeley's brought down. They've just got under a minute left in this half. Vredo, shifts the ball to Christie. There's a bit of a sneak play there. The Firehawks hoping to maybe set something up on this third tackle, probably their second last play of the half, as we're hoping Sonny Sharp gets up and plays the ball quickly. Will he play it in time? Yes, he does, just in the nick of time. Galaxy goes to Werman, and Werman doesn't get very far indeed. It's half time, and it's been an elusive game so far with the low score. The Bathurst Bluetongues 6 and the Firehawks 0. We'll see you in the second half. Welcome back to the SRL Mines. It's round 2, the second game. Bathurst Bluetongues taking on the Cairns Firehawks, currently leading them 6-0. It was a bit of a end-to-end footy in the first half, a very tight matchup indeed, and the Firehawks looking to reignite in this second half here.
Yeah, you're right there, Kay. After that first try there from the Bluetongues, there just seemed to be a lot of grindy footy, back and back, back to back there. And I'd be interested to see what the Firehawks coach had to say to them there at halftime. As Mark's there coming out here, good second half run here. As I was saying, it'd be very interesting to see what the coach said to the Firehawks to see how they can come back into this first half and get first points. Second half.
Yeah, I think it's that player there, Cyrus Marks, looking the most dangerous on field for the Firehawks. As joined in is probably by Pete Vretto, looking to reignite hopefully and get some spark into his team in this half. The entirety of the Bluetongues have looked really solid, especially the try scorer Ryan Wilmot in that first half. It'll be interesting to see how this second half plays out. As I got Christie through the line on the last, he just decides to run it and almost making it to the line. A try-saving tackle from Ryan Wilmot.
Christie's coming back off the bench here from his first stint, and he's straight back on and nearly got tackled 5 meters out there from the line. And the Bluetongues here got to work their way out of trouble and got to show them that they're still in the grind here.
Absolutely, as we've got Wilmot leading that by example with a great charge and just getting heaps of post-contact meters for his team. Ruben Mobbs now taking on the line. He's going to play the ball 35 out from his own line. Cody Ogg goes to Eli Azzi. He doesn't hit it with the speed that he wants, but nonetheless, it's a good hit on Quinton Cotter. Stromandinoli looking for an early kick inside his own 40. That's a bit better from the kick we saw in the first half, and Sharp just doesn't get the bounce that he wants, and Sharp just takes it very comfortably.
Well, we're talking about Dom's kicking in the first half there, and he's come back out in the second half with his first kick, and he nearly got his team in 40-20, just unfortunate with the bounce. And also Sharp looking as dangerous as ever there, stepping a defender with his first carry of the second half.
Absolutely, with Alex Christie now through the line, going right, Sharp, finding Sean Johnston on that right wing, but he doesn't get the space that he wants. He's going to play the ball. Sharp gets steps one. Windmill Skeed just happens to be in his way and brings him down. Last tackle now. Joseph Jackson putting in a kick off the right boot down to the wing of Jack Mates. He's going to step one. Mates got a bit of space now, but Sharp's got him covered and he's taken him into touch there.
What a tackle there from Sharp. He's already making the plays in attack, but also in defense here. He's showing he's able to tackle, and he used the sideline there. And he made the sideline the Bluetongues enemy there and just took him straight over the sideline. And Firehawks here with a beautiful attacking opportunity here.
Yeah, Jack Mates is not going to get around someone as fast as Dylan Sharp. And not with his speed currently. And he tried for all his money, but he just couldn't quite get around him as he wanted to. As Sonny Sharp now playing the ball. Galaxy and Christie, as the Firehawks have a great opportunity to put points on the board.
Yeah, coming into the second half, I can already tell here, out of dummy half, the ball, Sharp! And the offload there, I can already tell that out of dummy half, the balls from Berkeley are hitting the mark, and also the playmakers are getting it to where they want it, to their attacking players here. It's fourth tackle here, let's see what the Firehawks can do.
Vretto with the hit up now, and he's turned on his back. Very likely, yeah, the referee's called held up. They're going to go 10 meters out and play the ball. We'll see what they do as they rush to get organized. Galaxy putting in a grubber, comes off the knee. I don't know whose knee it came off, but Joseph Jackson cleans it up, and a lucky last play for the Bluetongues.
Well, I reckon there, Kay, if that person's knee didn't get to the ball, that would have been a try there for Sharp. But beautiful knee there, and also the defensive scramble there as well from the Firehawks, making sure that the Bluetongues didn't race away there for a try. But the Bluetongues here working their way out of the round, getting just over the 30.
Yeah, absolutely. It was Eli Azzi, the man with the knee. Maybe he's been upgrading his toe poke statistic. Who knows, as we've got him taking the ball now with a solid run, brought down by Bobby Wehrman. As Eli Azzi's going to play the ball. Borson's inside ball to Corte, trying to trick and get around the Firehawks defense, but not too much success as Alex Christie reads it perfectly. Windmill Skeed going left. McKinnon straight into the chest of Joseph Jackson, comes back off him, and Jack Jimmy has taken the ball. They're going to start their set 45 out from their own line.
Dangerous stuff there from the Bluetongues. It was a very poor kick option there, going to the center there, I believe, of the Bluetongues, and straight into the chest there of the Firehawks centers. Sharp again, getting through the line, and the Firehawks here in a beautiful attacking position.
Yeah, Sharp's absolutely destroying this line at the moment, but the scramble of the Bathurst Bluetongues has kept him somewhat contained, as we've got Berkeley going right, Galaxy, inside ball to Christie, driven back in that one. Referee signals that it's the last tackle. Alex Christie playing the ball, 20 out from the opposition try line. Galaxy putting in a grubber kick. Stromandinoli stops it with his boot before picking it up.
Again.
And wow, the Bluetongues off the hook.
You'd think, hey, the Bluetongues have been working on that doing a bit of video review from last week at the Firehawks and noticing that they're doing some of those grubber kicks and they're practicing their toe pokes coming into this game.
Cody Ogg making a line break now, and Dylan Sharp has to get busy and take him down. Jack Mates spreads the ball left. Windmill skied. Wilmot now. Ryan Wilmot got a bit of pace on him, and he goes straight through the line. Can't break the tackle of Pete Vredo and Sonny Sharp, two of the bigger boppers of the Firehawks, going left. Riley Murray, the skipper, takes the last at the settler. 15 out from the try line of the Firehawks now. He's going to play the ball. Windmill skied, goes to Borson, puts up a high kick. It's very high indeed, towering. Sharp takes the ball, steps one. Dylan Sharp looking dangerous. Fitzy gets to him in time. And wow, the Firehawks just on the front foot for this set now. As we've got Christie through the line. Gets an ankle tap to him, Fitzy. And wow, okay, already at the 50 now, the Firehawks.
Well, who would have thought that back-to-back line breaks there from the Firehawks, and they're already into the Bluetongues half here. Jackson taking a hit up there for his team, about 30 out.
He's got Vredo now. Fends off one straight through. Offload inside to Quinton Cotter, but gets driven back. They lose about 10 metres after that one. He should have just taken the hit up, I think, Vredo, but he was looking to try and hopefully put someone over the line as Galaxy puts up a very tall bomb. Oh, it's very high. Where's it going to land? It lands in goal. And wow, Fitzy's going to be trapped in goal. It's Alex Christie, the man making the tackle. The Cairns Firehawks with a repeat set.
Well, the Firehawks here, it's now or never for them, to be honest. This is going to be their first real chance here. A full set here in the Bluetongues half. We'll see what they can do with the ball.
I'm not too sure what the thought process was from Jack Fitzy there, just letting the ball bounce. I think he'll be a bit disappointed with his option there. He could have taken it on the full and just taken it all the way to the 20 with a 7-tackle set. It would have been an absolute gift for the Bluetongues, but instead he's decided to let it bounce. He's got Alex Christie now. Galaxy, inside ball. A nice flick pass to Pete Vredo, but he can't get around Michael Corte, I think that is. They're going to Cotter. Last tackle now. That was a quick set there from the Cairns Firehawks. Wilmot in the roll there of marker. Galaxy putting up a very tall kick. It's a little bit deeper this time. Jimmy's taken it, and he's gotten the ball down. Jack Jimmy scored for the Firehawks.
Here we go. Firehawks have got a game on here. Okay. Firehawks here getting that try back, and it had to be off that drop out there, off that that set there in the Bluetongues half. And Jimmy there, the centre, getting his team over with a beautiful contested kick there. And Berkeley here to tie it up.
Well, it's taken them 60 minutes, but finally the Cairns Firehawks have hit back. The Bathurst Bluetongues will be disappointed that they let in that try there. They probably could have been a little bit more shifty. I think it was Marcus Square underneath the ball as Berkeley slots that over and ties the game up. We're in for a bit of a cracker of the last 20 minutes here.
Yes, indeed we are, Kay. And Firehawks here, they've got a bit of momentum now, and they're going to get the ball here. It's going to be interesting to see what they can do with their key players here, Vreto and Sharp, hoping that they can get their team down the field for a good kick or possibly even another 6 points.
Absolutely, it was of Stromandinoli. He's going to kick off for the Bluetongues. He goes deep down to the right side. It's going to find the chest of Matthew Galaxy, and he finds Filippo Gould coming on for his second stint now. The bench reserve players for both sides will be coming on. So we've got Galaxy going to Sonny Sharp. Oh, Sonny Sharp's broken a tackle. Gets an offload to Cyrus Marks, but Marks is driven back there.
Already looking dangerous here, the Firehawks, and Sharp there getting through. That's a long ball out there to Gould, and Gould gets wrapped up on the 40.
Berkeley going left now. Galaxy finding Sharp. Pushing forward in that tackle, finding any meters he can. Galaxy on the front foot now. He's going to play the ball. And that's not quite the meters the Firehawks wanted. They want to really push in this defense And this return set here.
Oh, good kick there from field by the looks of it. Oh, Mates nearly through the line there. A very good kick there, and also a very good scramble there from the Firehawks. Oh, that was an interesting what's happening here from the Bluetongues.
The Bluetongues being very risky, spreading the ball around. I'm surprised Pete Veretto didn't stick out a hand there and just intercept it, but never mind, as we got the Bluetongues just struggling to get out of their own half here. As Windmill Skeed, as soon as I say that, Windmill Skeed makes a line break and easily breaks the half. Stromandinoli loses a couple meters on the drive back. Playing the ball on the 50. Cody Ogg going to Corte, spreads it to Borsons. And he's going to play the ball. Windmill Skeed goes right. Stromandinoli. Oh, that's a bit better kick there from Stromandinoli. Deep. It goes to the chest of Cyrus Marks. Marks steps one. Can't get around Fitzy. And they're going to start their set on the 30 now, the Firehawks.
Marks with a good return there. And Fitzy there saved a beautiful try there. Marks would have been gone if he wasn't back there. Both fullbacks for these teams have been very solid defensively. And Sharp, here he goes, showing it that he can do it in attack as well as defense.
As they've got Drew Matthews pushing forward in that tackle there. Alan Berkeley, the Firehawks give it some good field position now. If Sonny Sharp keeps on breaking tackles, he's brought down just before the 10-meter line. You can see Jack Fitzy ordering his teammates around. Now it's a high kick from Galaxy, and Fitzy takes it comfortably.
Good take there from Fitzy. It's about 2 minutes here until the 70th minute mark, and as of last week there, okay, with the Ravens and the Hogs, we did have we nearly got to golden point there, but it was a field goal.
Oh!
From the Ravens. Oh!
I thought that was an error there. It looked like it came off the head of Riley Murray instead, and the referee said play on. Lucky to get off the hook there, the Bathurst Bluetongues. As Zach Fitzy's going to play the ball. Stromandinoli spreads it to Mobs. Driven back there. Sonny Sharp and Filippo Gould. Once again partnering up, the two big boppers. Wilmot. Oh! And a penalty here. Sees that the Firehawks get some great opportunity to put points on the board.
Well, same thing happened last week there. Okay. The Hogs let the Ravens back in with errors and just some calls going their way, and the Firehawks here have got the exact same thing, and it's that time in the game when they might be looking to go for the 1 point or even better, another 6.
Yeah, I think they'll be setting up shortly as the 70-minute mark, which has just ticked over. They're going right. Joseph Jackson. Oh, goes for the field goal, but he knocks it on. I don't know what he was doing. He had no angle on that, and he was only about 8 meters out from the line. And wow, that's a potentially game-saving tackle there.
The Firehawks there not really actually having any communication there of what was going to happen in the field goal. And Jackson looks like to be an ordinary hit up there for the Firehawks, and he just took the shot. As are the Bluetongues here, being given a lifeline. We'll see what they can do with it.
He was absolutely smashed in the tackle, just spilled it loose. I don't know what he was thinking. Maybe he was thinking that he'd get them off guard and maybe trick the Bathurst Bluetongues, but I don't know why you'd wait so long and get so close to the line before doing that. We know what Joseph Jackson can do. He's absolutely a game breaker. Last season he scored a couple of field goals and did well for his team. As Borston's going to kick it deep, and that's a pretty decent kick there as Sharp gets it on the full.
Sharp there gets his team up to their 40, and it's going to be interesting to see what happens with these last 10 minutes here. I reckon it's going to come down to the captains and who can get just that last little bit of life out of their team to keep them going, as the Bluetongues give a penalty away there to the Firehawks and let them straight back into their own end. No. That is a terrible penalty to give away at this stage in the game. It's Josh King, the man. He's a newcomer to the Bluetongues. And that is atrocious here. Oh! Talk about atrocious! Alan Berkeley's thrown it forward on the tap. And wow, the Bluetongues are off the hook, absolutely. If all of the stages of the game to throw a forward pass, and it's when you have an opportunity to take the win of it. Berkeley there, very unfortunate. It could have happened to anybody, but unfortunately it was Berkeley. Hopefully we'll see what the Bluetongues can do here with the ball. Looks like that they're going to get themselves into position here as it's fourth tackle. Oh, inside ball here.
Inside ball to Fitzy, looking dangerous, but nevertheless driven back by Berkeley. You read it perfectly. Riley Murray going to take a settler, take it all the way to the 30. I don't know if this is in Mike Borson's range. Maybe it's in Stramandinoli's. No, they're just going to go for the punt down to the wing. It finds Johnston on the chest, and he's driven back in the tackle. The Bluetongues looking to have a good defensive set here.
The Bluetongues there, they went for the punt option, and they're looking here to use their defense. I wonder if that was a call there from the captain, backing their defense and hopefully forcing the Firehawks here to make an error to give them better field position to try and go for that one-pointer.
I think Riley Murray is looking to make some more meters, but even though he had a very solid run, he couldn't quite get as close to the line as he wanted. And I think for that reason, Mike Borson's decided not to have the shot. An early kick here, Matthew Galaxy inside his own 40. The bounce does not favour him, and Fitzy takes it easily.
Good return there from Fitzy. Well, it's game on here, Kay. It's 6-all, 3 minutes left. Anything can happen. As Will Motte, the forward.
Oh,
to King.
that was a risky offload there. I'm on the edge of my seat here. Riley Murray taking it forward. Joseph Jackson having to take the tackle and joined in an attempt by Jack Jimmy. Going right now, Borsons finds Stramandinoli. They're at the 30 now. They're going to need another 10 meters and get within range. Windmill Skeed goes to King. King driven back in the tackle. Berkeley. It's just under 2 minutes to go in this half. We'll see what they do. Are they in range for the field goal? They find the chest of Borsons. Borsons put in a big kick, but it's not a field goal attempt. Cyrus Marks fields it on the full and is reeled in there. Just under a minute to go now.
The Bluetongues here looking to be happy, just backing their defense and getting that little bit of break before the golden point time starts. But we need to watch the Firehawks here. We know they can score from anywhere, and the Bluetongues here need to...
And Dylan Sharp's through the line, gets an offload. Riley Murray's intercepted it. It may maybe now that more now than ever, they need to kick a field goal. No, they don't. They spread the ball out to McKinnon, and the time clock's over. We're going to golden point here at 6-all, and we'll wait to see who kicks off. I'm looking forward to this golden point period. What about you, Eddie?
Yeah, it's going to be very interesting here to see what will happen here. The Firehawks and Bluetongues, ever since the second half try there from the Firehawks, it's just been back-to-back and footy, and both teams making their own errors and not being able to take advantage of that. As the Bluetongues here, they're going to get first opportunity with the ball. We're going to see what they have left in the tank here.
Yeah, the Bluetongues need a good set. Even if they don't get down to the opposite end, they need to match a good kick and try and just make sure that the Firehawks don't get any chance, because they've got some great kickers in both Matthew Galaxy and Joseph Jackson. They're proven kickers. I think the man that's likely to get the Bluetongues over the line, if it is through field goal, is Mike Borsons.
Oh, it's the captain.
He's been great. Riley Murray with a very solid run there, taking his team to the 40. Azzy passing it to Square. Square not using his speed there. He probably could have gone a bit closer to the line and tried to get around his opponents. Riley Murray now. Another run for him. The skipper looking destructive. They're at the 50 now. They're going to have to kick it, but it won't be a field goal. Well, I don't think so. Otherwise, it'll be very impressive from Mike Borsons. Kicking down to the left edge of Cyrus Marks, and Marks just hits the gas and driven back in that tackle.
As they've been doing all game, Borsons with that cross-field kick there, and the kick chase there is always superb there from the Bluetongues, getting up there in the Marks' face, getting underneath the ribs and driving them back. They've been doing it all game, and they're still doing it here in Golden Point 81 minutes later.
Yeah, Mike Borson, just having a very solid game indeed. Driven back in the tackle there. Cyrus Marks, someone came around the legs. It's the fourth tackle. They're getting very close to being within range now. Sonny Sharp takes them to the 30. Looks like Matthew Galaxy setting up out back. We'll wait to see what happens. Alan Berkeley, Galaxy punts it instead. Goes to the wing of Square, the fastest player on the field. Square's got a bit of space. Can't turn inside out. Dylan Sharp, he probably could have come off the right boot there and he would have been right through. Windmill Skeed finding the ball. Intercept from Werman. That's a terrible pass there from Windmill Skeed. And the Bluetongues, are in a bit of strife here. Jimmy now with the ball stepping. Riley Murray has to make his way and make that tackle. They're only 5 meters out from the opposition line. They go to Joseph Jackson. Third tackle now. They're not going to rush the kick at all. Berkeley goes to Matthews. Matthews, batted ball. Galaxy over the line. Put on his back. It's the fourth tackle here. Referee doesn't even need to use the bunker. They're going out to the 10 metres to play the ball. Fourth tackle goes to Werman. Inside ball. Sharp! Sharp's through! He scored a try! And the Firehawks steal the game!
Here we go. That's the game over and done with, and it's Sharp, the man there, gets his team over for the win here. What a beautiful try that was there by the Firehawks, and showing that right down to the death, they can still find that composure and use their key men there to get their team the win.
What a play from Dylan Sharp in the dying moments of the game. We'll look at some of the stats. Felix Minimal-Skeed voted the man of the match. Dylan Sharp not far behind. I think he had a phenomenal outing. Riley Murray, the captain, 115 metres, 11 tackles, only 1 miss, 2 line breaks. Phenomenal stuff. And Mike Borston's, I think, 263 kick metres from 8 kicks. It's great stuff from him as we look. The Firehawks. Alan Berkeley, 280 metres. Dylan Sharp. Yeah, right-o. Dylan Sharp with 214 metres. 8 line breaks. And a try to his name, the winning try. I think that he was easily the man of the match in this outing.
Yeah, beautiful stuff there from the Firehawks. And I've been talking to Murray lately, and he wasn't very confident coming into this game, having that captaincy put on top of him. But I think we can both agree here, Kay, that he's come out on top and done an amazing job there for his team in this first game of the season.
Absolutely. He's led by example. It was down to the wire. The Firehawks, I don't think anyone expected the game to come that close, but nevertheless it did. And wow, what a showing from both teams. Anyway, alas, it's been an absolute pleasure to have you join us. I've been your Mines Commissioner, Will Kay, joined the commentary box by Eddie Oliver, who will soon be making his debut for the Broncos as they fight it out very shortly in the round 2 clash. It's been an absolute pleasure to have you. Join us next week for more Mines action. Until then, have a good one.